Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio July 11, 2022. The moon moves into your solar 4th house today, and you're in good shape to bond with loved ones or connect with your fundamental needs. It's an excellent time to get in better touch with your feelings. There is a stronger focus on familiarity and comfort. Still, there can be gossip to deal with, or people may be blowing things out of proportion. Disagreements can get very big, very fast. Try not to invest too much into information coming in now. Instead, take on a wait-and-see approach to discover what sticks. You could be imagining something unlikely to transpire, and while this can be an interesting exercise, it may cut into real life in challenging ways. The real problem may be inner restlessness or dissatisfaction. You're looking closely at hidden meanings, and as long as you keep things fun and light without heavy expectations, it's a good time to daydream and consider new possibilities. Listen to the universe today, deeply, irresistibly listen. There is magic whispering from the shadows of your subconscious, like the sound of the waves crashing upon an endless ocean. Mental Mercury, the planet of the mind and communication, is speaking to you like spirits of the sea scattered throughout time, offering their wisdom to you. As our cosmic messenger links to Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck, you will feel a renewed sense of eagerness to live your life without boundaries. In love, don't charge ahead too quickly, but let your spirit sing. Underlying tensions may boil over today when the Sun in Cancer creates a triggering square with Chiron in Aries. As these feelings become subconsciously overwhelming, you might need to retreat throughout your workday. You might be reflecting upon the journey thus far, especially your achievements, educational opportunities, and travels that influenced your professional development. Instead of being hard on yourself, use this square as an opportunity to find the silver lining in all of the work you have done so far. As the old saying goes, everything happens for a reason. Some rather disconcerting information you could receive today from a group you're affiliated with could have you wondering if you have a future with this group. This might be a bit disillusioning for you. However, this is not a good day to make a decision of any kind. Wait a few days, then consider whatever you hear today objectively and try to assess its impact. You'll be in a far better frame of mind then. Don't hesitate to let people into your far-reaching plans. They will be curious and interested in hearing about your ideas, giving you some useful advice at the same time. Take criticism seriously. This will help you to become more aware of your weaknesses and to make progress with your previous plans, improving your chances of success. You could be shipped off to Antarctica in a tanker and you would be happy as a clam. You're in an adventurous mood, and bizarre circumstances aren't going to drag you down. Bring it on. You're likely to experience a surprise, especially where love and romance are concerned. Don't be afraid of any new experience, as long as you don't become tongue-tied when you are first introduced to the person of your dreams. Instead, appreciate the unforgettable feelings you experience at this memorable time. You tend to be a methodical person. You like to live your life in an orderly fashion, planning each step of the way. Ever since you graduated from school, you have approached your life as if you are completing different courses. You have concentrated on your career sector, your romance department, and on your spiritual life. Now you could have a pleasant sense of how these various things are starting to come together. Focusing on any tasks will not be easy on this day. The combination of your fun-loving spirit with the social aspects of your own vibration's essence will be stronger in you than any desire to knuckle down and get to work. If there's something you simply must tend to, try to lock yourself away from all distractions and company until the deed is done. Just reassure yourself that you'll take the time to enjoy yourself afterward and do what you can. Even though the moon not only returns to your work sector today but comes full circle from last month's full moon, you will still find it far easier to relax into the weekend spirit. While the remaining 3 planets in your career sector regroup after Mars left earlier in the week, the moon will not only sense a lack of urgency but will relish a chance to download information, insights, and messages away from the noise of the working week. Before leaving your romantic sector today, the moon will form a friendly aspect to dreamy Neptune in an adventurous part of your chart, as it does with each monthly visit. The difference this time is that this is the moon's first visit since Neptune turned retrograde last week, bringing together a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia, just as the weekend will make this easier to embrace. Our eyes in the sky. On the surface, today's Mercury-Jupiter square looks like a pretty positive aspect. But be careful not to get too cocky, because you'll be feeling good and counting your lucky stars 1 minute and then down on the ground wondering what the heck happened the next. One of the downsides of this awkward energy is the way it has you feeling confident 1 minute and confused the next, which is when all the bad stuff starts to happen. Overestimating any situation today is a big mistake, because as soon as you think you've got it made, it becomes quite clear that you actually really don't. The best way to handle this pull the rug out from under you aspect is to keep your head down and appreciate the things that are going your way. Just don't take them for granted or brag about them. Careful optimism is the theme of the day. The energy is perfect for leaving behind people or situations that are no longer serving you, so don't be afraid to move on with your life if something or someone has been holding you back. There's a slight chance you could feel uninspired, and the moon forms an unbalanced aspect to Mars midday, but this energy should subside by mid-afternoon. Your mind could be active for the rest of the night, making it the perfect time to engage in a creative activity or brainstorm ideas for the future. Just be sure to write down any brilliant ideas that pop into your head, or you might forget them tomorrow. In the pre-dawn hours, the Scorpio moon opposes Mars in Taurus. This influence stimulates irritation. However, we're more likely to bottle our feelings up instead of expressing them properly. It's natural to hold a grudge now, justifying our moodiness around situations that occurred in the distant past. If we are angry, discussing to clear the air may not be the best course of action right now. Instead, release aggression through physical activities, especially those which involve working with your hands. Crafting with natural materials or assuming construction projects can help us to regain a sense of control over our immediate environment. When we feel less helpless, we will begin to calm down. Around sunup, the Cancer Sun squares off with Chiron in Aries, provoking anxiety. Today, we hit a crossroads in our healing journey. A conflict at work, with family members, or in close relationships pokes at old wounds. We start to ruminate over all the ways that we are not strong or capable. It seems like the easy culprit to blame now is our emotions. If we show our feelings, others might respect us less. They might love us less. If we reveal too much, we'll sacrifice our safety, and that seems too big a risk. However, if we hold ourselves to impossible standards of our strength and resiliency, we will continue to battle insecurity on an internal level. At this time, we take steps to challenge false narratives of how we are lacking, which may involve standing up for ourselves in a very direct and blunt way.